Yes, yes, yes. It's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the official and full reaction and Barbie review. Whew, are y'all ready for this? Da 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 hey, da 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 hey, da 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 hey. Switch it up. I'm just Ken. Anywhere else I'd be a 10. All right, so this is gonna be a full experience. I'm also recording this video, you all, because I am so excited to finally get all my thoughts out. I could take these glasses off now. Okay. um, I really do need these glasses in real life though, because the first non-spoilers video I did was 90 degrees outside. Okay, it felt like 100 to me, but according to the weather app, it was 90 degrees. And I had my dinner. If you guys watched my first video, thank you so much for looking at this video. I'm so appreciative. I'm so happy that you guys have been able to find me somehow. Definitely thumbs up and subscribe just for the effort. Let me tell you, before I went to see this film, I saw a lot of different videos. Here is the first purse, because, you know, I love a little fashion haul, honey. You know, I changed my accessories like a real Barbie would, okay? So let's get interactive. Tell me what you spot different. I'm not going to tell you everything. I'll give you a little clue. My accessories are slightly different, okay? Not everywhere, slightly. You know, and there's other changes, okay? So day Barbie, night Barbie, okay? In the first video, I gave you guys a glance of the purse, and here's my other more sporty Barbie purse that I bought. Really just for fashion inspiration for the Barbie movie. I was really into pink. I was really into the theme. Yes, everybody in my showing was wearing pink, which I'm very happy and proud about. Like I told you all that watched the non-spoiler and my little quick out of the theater reaction, got my same cup, my same icy slash slushy cup. Very proud of that because it was hot outside. As I told you all in the first video, I wanted it to be an experience, you know, a part of really enjoying life, and especially the buzz behind Barbie and Oppenheimer, you know, Barbenheimer, the whole hoopla of it all, I have not seen in ages. It reminds me kind of the Twilight series movies, you know, the Shrek trilogy back in the day. You know, they had the Twilight characters on the cups, and they had the Shrek merchandise at the theater. Like, that is as close as it can get to Barbenheimer for me. We have not had this kind of just excitement for the movie theater. So for me, I really wanted to invest and have an experience out of the ordinary, because like I would not wear this on an everyday basis. But the amount of jewelry and bling I had on my shoes over there, they had bling all over it. I would not wear on an everyday basis with, you know, all pink. So that was really fun for me. And I was really happy that thankfully, thank the Barbie gods, the pink Barbie gods, okay, the pink Barbie gods, that I actually had a full showing with everybody in pink. There was a couple guys that did not get the memo, that did not even have any pastel blue or nothing cute. But majority of my showing was everybody decked out in different shades of pink. And a memory that I had before I got my tickets today, Saturday. So I saw mine on the 22nd of July. Officially, where I live in America currently, the release date for Barbie was the 21st of July. That was a Friday. So I saw my showing at 3:15. You know, the day before, I went to kind of get the feel, get the vibe, because I really wanted to see if people really were dressing up. You know, I don't know if it's just me out here, but like, I was really curious because I saw a lot of people on social media that were putting in effort, but I didn't know that the effort would be conveyed into my real world, you know? So I kind of checked out a couple theaters, and there was just one lady that I saw that I think her car was from valet, and she's picking up her car from valet. I think she had the similar, actually the darker, a little bit darker pink, same kind of color pink, but a little bit darker, more like this color pink. And, you know, big hat, all the same color pink dress. I mean, she was decked the hell out. So once I saw that people were really pushing the fashion forward, you know, they were really going for it, I was very excited. So thankfully, that same energy that I saw with the premiere night, the opening day where I live, was also conveyed and continued into Saturday. So I will say, for those who have not seen the video, have not seen the movie, in the opening weekend, which is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, go ahead and do it. Okay, I'm not trying to be like a Debbie Downer, but let me be real with you. I think after Tuesday, going into next week, I don't know if people are really gonna have a lot of energy, okay, to dress up. I went to a couple shops where I got these lovely purses from, and there was, you know, of course, women that were, and you know, young girls and teenagers and daughters of a woman that were kind of, you could tell they were looking around. And then you get to the checkout area, and it's all pink. You know, they would walk in normal, and then there's other women who were in pink shopping for pink. So it was like everywhere. And I hope that the experience, and the lovely ladies that I've met and I've chatted to, and, you know, I mean, just can I say this? I mean, for the men watching, understand this is Barbie, okay? So I don't want you to like get offended, all right? But this is a full-on reaction, a full-on review, a full-on, my last video for now of everything, the film, the energy, the experience, the interaction. And let me tell you, leading up to seeing the film, everywhere I went where I live, pink. Pink on the street, pink in the stores, pink, pink everywhere. And I know I'm getting emotional. I don't know where that came from, but I felt like a real life Barbie, bro. Everybody was so nice. Everybody was so happy, you know? And that's like the Barbie film, okay? Like the most, no, not the most, I wish, we'll get into that. The first 20, 30 minutes of the film is like what I'm explaining to you all. You know, hi Barbie, hi Barbie, hi Barbie, hi Barbie. I had real life experience. So I don't know if Greta Gerwig, and Margot Robbie, and, you know, Issa and America, I don't know if all these amazing women expected that cheeriness and happiness and positivity to ooze out into the real world, which we live on, you know, Earth, and this reality that we're all in. But there's a bigger message here. There's a bigger experience here. So sorry, but not sorry, but sorry to the young boys and the men and the teenage boys that, you know, don't like this world, don't like the messages you're hearing about it. I'm gonna try to help clear up some of the garbage, okay? Because there's a lot of hoopla online, and I want for the men that are watching to know that if you have not seen this film, do not judge Woman in Pink. Do not judge, okay? Do not judge any of these amazing actors and actresses that took a chance with this film unless you've seen it. Because a lot of, I really want to say propaganda, but it's a little bit too political for me. A lot of the dialogue, okay, that I saw on social media in regards to this film could not be further from the truth. It just was not true. They were saying this film was a man-hating session. It's encouraging people to hate men. It's all about feminists and feminism agenda and the LGBTQ. And I want to be as nice and as polite as I possibly can, but I'm gonna try to not, curse, because not ladylike. That's not even professional. But like, if I feel I'm a woman who does curse sometimes. We all do. Okay, I'm not, gonna act like I'm a saint. I have no reason to act like I'm a saint for anybody. But I really want to say, like, nicely, like, are you delusional? Are you delusional? For everybody out here, okay, that saw the same film that I saw, Barbie, the movie, directed by Greta Gerwig, what film did you watch? Because this film was the complete opposite of every tweet and every negative Nancy and negative Johnny Boy video that I saw, okay? There was so many negative reviews and tweets and predictions and media outlets and politicians and even people in the Christian community, which I don't understand that were like saying it's propaganda. What? Did you watch the same film as me? Did you? Because this film was cute. This film was harmless. And dare so do I say, if they really wanted to push something and make it a negative film, I'm pretty sure Greta could have done that. I'm almost certain, okay? I can tell you 110%. The script, because I listened very carefully. I was actually intrigued by the script and the dialogue, because like I told you guys in the first video, that was the no spoilers edition that I did earlier out of the theater. I have not, to my knowledge, seen a Greta Gerwig film before Barbie. I could have seen a Greta Gerwig film that was directed by her, but I did not, I'm not aware of it, okay? So based upon what I saw, they were saying how Greta is a feminist. I cannot confirm or deny this, but everybody was saying how Greta is a feminist. She's married to a man. She has children. So, okay, ... So because of those things that I heard, I said, okay, well, if she's a, outlandish feminist, I need to listen carefully to the dialogue. Because if there's certain kind of language or words that she's saying that screams feminist, I'm going to catch it. I'm a woman. I'm going to catch it. And the only word that screams gender equality or whatever, so have you, is the patriarchy. Now, that's the only word, okay, that I heard a couple of times. I'm going to say 3 to 5 times to keep it real, okay? 3 to 5 times I heard the word patriarchy. Now, they didn't go in depth about the patriarchy. They didn't go in depth about marriage rights and all types of stuff. They just said the patriarchy. That's it. So if somebody's saying the patriarchy out of someone's mouth, an actor or actress's mouth bothers people, you have a problem. You have a sickness. And I'm not going to mince words, because especially if you're a man or a woman that's married to a man or a woman, like you're a heterosexual, you're straight, you're not a part of the LGBTQ, you're a straight man or woman, what are you mad about? I'm not understanding. Are you trying to say that the patriarchy is fake? Are you trying to say that women had rights, all rights, from the beginning of time? Are you trying to say that women were always equal in the eyes of society and the government from the beginning of time? That's a lie, okay? So if that bothers you, if that bothers you, you don't respect women. You probably don't respect your mom. You probably don't respect your sister. Like you're probably brainwashed. Like, and I'm not gonna like mince words. Like you probably have something wrong with you. Cause like, honest to God, if this film was cringeworthy, I would say it's so cringe. It just screams feminist. It just screams, we dislike all men. Like I would be the first person to come on here and say, yeah, like this is a man bashing film. Do not see it. Married ladies, keep man at home. Ladies, leave your man at home. I would tell you up front, like, this is not a film for your boyfriend to see. I would tell you guys that, okay? Now, I'm a very nice, open-minded person, so maybe it doesn't bother me, you know? But maybe there is some men and sadly women out here that take every little thing and magnify it. And what I have a problem with is if you're going to magnify anything, magnify the injustice, magnify the brutality, magnify the violence, magnify reality. Don't magnify a harmless film that didn't even go there. Like, real talk, this film did not go there. In fact, the group that I went with, I was the driver. I drive my car, I love driving my full leather, you know, fully loaded car. I love my car. I love my car. I feel like a Barbie every time I get my car. Hello. And I was just like chilling, man. I was on a pink high. You know what I'm saying? I was on a pink high. Like, really, since the film's come out and the buzz about it has been like massive, massive, massive. I've been on a pink high. You know what I'm saying? I have been on a pink high because I just love to see people happy, men and women. I love to see people dress up and have fun and be happy. So for me, I was like on cloud nine, you know what I'm saying? So all this hatred, I don't understand where it's coming from. So on that note, I want to say, go see this film for yourself, okay? And this is my review. So if people are expecting me to come out with, bullet points, I'm going to do this review and reaction my way. Okay? I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about because this is an experience. Anybody who's, gotten their outfit picked out and, seen tweets about it and then actually gone to the theater, like, it's an experience. This is a once in a lifetime experience. And I think it's sad that people are trying to twist something that didn't even go there. And it could have. Like, I think that Greta could have went there and she didn't. So with that said, yeah, watch it for yourself, go see it for yourself. Don't be scared. If you're a man or a woman or whatever, like, besides children, I don't think this is a kid's film. Okay, so if you didn't hear me say that in the first video, I'm gonna repeat that. Okay, it's not for kids because the jokes, the themes, it's not a cartoon. It's not a Mickey Mouse Club kind of thing, right? It looks like it's a cartoon. It looks like a fairy tale, but it's not that kind of film. So my perspective with that is the same. Like, if you're over, I really would say 16, I would say that over the age of 16, preferably up, 16, 18 and up is fine. 14, 15 years old, kids, preteens, it's going to depend upon the parent and the child's maturity level. But I think to play it safe, 16 and over, okay? For the teenagers and little boppies, 16 and older, okay? 16 or 18 and older. So I just really wanted to put that to bed. The people that have, said it's woke, what are you talking about? Like, I just don't understand. Like, I'm trying so hard to not like go into political themes, but it's very hard because that's where it's coming from. You know, it's coming from this banter of negativity. And it's sad because the film is so ridiculously opposite. In fact, if I talk, okay, so am I gonna jump into the ending now? I would prefer to save the ending for the end of the video, but I'll give you guys a little snippet of what we're gonna get into today. The ending of the video, for those, okay, this is spoiler alert, spoiler alert. The ending, the narrator, okay, this is all about Ken and the Barbies being equal. Are you kidding me? So that's why I'm saying all the negativity out here, I'm gonna call it garbage, hot garbage out here, that it's controversial, it's woke, it's this, it's that. You're negative. Like the people, I'm just gonna give my opinion. If they don't like it, I don't care, because all these people out here have given their nasty, stinky, dirty, garbagey opinion. So I'm gonna give my opinion. How about that? We have freedom of speech. Y'all are negative. Y'all are negative people. And if you have daughters and you're a straight male, or even worse, a straight woman, and you're hating on this film, you're miserable. You're miserable in real life. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. And you need to get a life, because what about this film would trigger you? I don't understand. And if you see this film, for those who have not seen this and you just want to see a spoiler review reaction, I hope right now that my reaction is triggering you to go see it. Because when you listen to people who are just trying to turn everything into a hate bashing fest, it's negative. It's negative. I'm not always, an optimist. I'm not always a daydream kind of person. I could be very much a realist myself, and realists people are known to be negative. And even I'm telling you, I don't understand the hate. I don't get it. I don't get it. So please, if you've not seen it for yourself, make your own opinion. Don't even listen to what I'm saying entirely. Don't take what everyone's saying on the internet for a matter of fact, because you need to go see it for yourself, okay? So let's get into the film now. I think that I've done my little rant and I've put that to bed. I just could not, like, after seeing the film, I just could not believe there was actually, there's straight couples out here. Like, there's people that are literally straight, like heterosexual couples that are like freaking out. And I'm like, are you guys adults? Like, how, I just don't understand what offended you. I just don't get it. Like, should I say Ken had more spotlight than Barbie? Like, what the heck? Come on, guys. Like, for those who saw it, I mean, it's my opinion, but it's like Ken took the spotlight. Ryan Gosling took the spotlight from Margot Robbie. So once again, for those who are so pro men and anti woman, what are you mad about? And truth be told, like I said I'm gonna stop referring back to the first video, because I want you guys to watch both of them. But because you'll get more of a fuller picture of my out of the theater reaction versus this video. But to piggyback off of that video, yes, it's like, me personally, I don't care about the Ken drama. I don't care about Barbie going to the real world. I didn't give a crap about it. You know what I'm saying? I saw people saying, okay, so here's the 3 references, right? There was 3 references. There was 3 other popular, no, actually, is it 4? Truman, Cat. Okay. There was a couple like blockbuster movie references that people were comparing Barbie to, with non-spoiler. They're like, okay, this film is like The Wizard of Oz. It's like Cat in the Hat. It's like The Truman Show. It's like this other old Hollywood film that was like recreated. Okay. The Wizard of Oz comparison, okay. Like, I see it, but I don't see it. Because here's my thing. I just feel like, now before, okay, so let's put a note in that. Okay, guys, follow me, because this is a very complex plot. So now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the plot and things I would change and all that. It's going to be a lot, because the film went by very quickly, but there was a lot in the film that is a little complex, okay? So there was this thing throughout the film where, you know, the classic iconic pink Barbie car that we see Margot Robbie's character Barbie is in. There was a couple times in the film where the car is going back and forth between the real world and Barbie land. Okay, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I did not like that. I did not see the appeal, especially when I believe the character was Alan. Now, that just shows you how little I care about the Kens. Is it Alan? I don't even know. Michael Cera. I'm pretty sure I'm saying his name wrong. Cera. Sorry, I apologize, bro. Michael. Okay, Michael plays that one edition Ken doll that I'm assuming is Ken's best friend or whatever. And there was a part in the film where, let's just say Alan, okay, if it's wrong, I apologize. Let's just say Ken's best friend, okay, one of Ken's best friends in the green and blue outfit, okay, that's gonna be easier to say, was in the car as well with America and her daughter, okay, with America and her daughter. And there's a point in the film where America says to Ken's best friend, we have to get Barbie. We have to go back. And I'm like, bruh, can you guys stick to which world you're in? Like, I was genuinely sitting there like, just stick to one. Just stick to one. Are you gonna be in Barbie land? Or are you gonna be in reality? Like, so chronologically, I'm telling you all, I'm giving you guys details at the peak. I'm trying to walk you guys through the film for those who have seen it and haven't seen it, and you're just kind of nosy and you want to see a spoiler review and you haven't seen it, okay? So let's start from the top. The first 20 to 30 minutes, we're in Barbie land. We're in Barbie land. Now, that's what I wanted. That is what Greta Gerwig, hello, Margot Robbie, Issa, America, okay? Kate McKinnon, awesome, loved her as a weird Barbie, loved her. That's what I wanted. I wanted Barbie world, Barbie land, whatever. I wanted Barbie land, okay? I'm not gonna lie, now that I'm thinking back, see, originally I was like, I pushed it under the rug. And that's why I'm so happy that I'm doing this video now, because this is like my raw thoughts. And I think that giving you guys an honest reaction and spoiler review is giving you guys my raw thoughts. I'm not going to sugarcoat what I really feel, okay? So for all the Kens out here that are like, oh, you know, she's a girl, she's just going to give it all, you know, 10 out of 10, blah, blah. No, there was a lot of things I would take out. A lot. There's a lot of things that I was just sitting there like, I was like, you know, because I'm like, nah, I don't want that, okay? Scrap that out. I don't care about that. I care about Barbie in her world. Why? Why, you ask? Because the film is called Barbie, bruh. The film is not called Barbie Wizard of Oz. The film is not called Kenergy. You know, the film is not called The Weird Barbie Experience. It's called Barbie. Okay, more professionally, Barbie, the movie. So what do I care about as a woman who grew up with Barbie and Brat dolls and loved dollies and doll houses? I want to see Barbie. I want to see Barbie in her real life activity. Um, the clips, the scenes that we got of Barbie in Barbie Land, chef kisses. You know, that's all I wanted. I'm being honest with you. I just wanted to see how I could recreate childhood castles and homes and make it like a live action toy doll cartoon turn live action. You know, how are they going to make an iconic toy line collection into a live action film? Now, that perspective may be different from a lot of people. That's why it's my reaction and my perspective. That's what I'm interested in, you know? So I just wanted to see, okay, especially Margot Robbie, because I've seen Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I've seen Margot Robbie as, the wife, the mistress in Wolf of Wall Street. I've seen Margot Robbie's work, and I like it. I think she's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I like her work. So my angle was, how is she gonna bring her best actress chops to the table in making Barbie live action, believable, and so iconic that in Margot, she's like, you know, when she pitched it, they pitched it big, okay? For those who haven't seen her interviews, watch her interviews. You know, a girl can dream. So for me, it was all about, how is she going to take her acting to the next level? No pressure, no pressure. But how are you going to convince me that you're Barbie? And did Margot convince me she was Barbie? Fucking 100%, bruh. Sorry, YouTube. Okay? Told you I'd curse if I get passionate. Absolutely. And that is exactly why I wanted to stay in Barbie Land. Do you guys get it that haven't seen the film? Okay, thumbs up. That's why I wanted to see more of Barbie Land. Let me give you guys an example, because we're talking about the first 20, 30, or whatever, first 20 to 30-ish minutes of the film. Still on that, okay? We're keeping up. Issa as President Barbie. Fabulous. For a lot of reasons. I was like, yes. I mean, we have Kamala Harris, and I'm sorry, I have to say it. Sorry, not to get political, but I gotta say it. Hillary Clinton was demolished, right? Bill Clinton's affair, Hillary Clinton against Obama, never stood a chance, right? Hillary Clinton, bless her heart, could not get through to be president, could not even get through to be really vice president. Somehow, some way, Kamala Harris pulled it off. So we are living in a time where we have the first woman vice president in America. Come on now. Connect the dots. The background to the Barbie and Barbie Land, A+, bruh. A freaking plus. I loved it. Now, here's where the truth comes in. What the hell? Her scene in the pink White House. I love this pink White House, y'all. Pink White House. The White House, but in pink. The pink house. She was shown on the screen for like a minute and a half. For those who have not seen the film and you've wandered on this video, I hate to burst your bubble, okay? I hate to tear down your hopes and dreams, but President Barbie was hardly shown. There was hardly any dialogue. And once I saw that with Issa, and then with other standout characters that seem to be like limited edition characters or discontinued Barbies or whatever, I was like, OMG. Okay, so here's where it's a lot to unpack. I told you all. Here's where I sadly have to go into the business and the marketing perspective of this. Okay. Um, and all the trailers and clips and things like that that were being released, maybe they should have not shown that. Because if that's like the only major scene where President Barbie is amongst other Barbies, in a president sachet and dress and crown or whatever. I think she had a crown on her head or some kind of like glitter tiara thing, headband on her head. It needs to be longer. Okay. Now, I don't want to act like a spoiled kid in a candy store, but if you're going to show me a pink White House or pink presidential house, I need to see inside. Yes, I'm greedy. I'm very greedy when it comes to details. I'm a greedy bitch when it comes to that. If you're going to show me a pink / White House, I need to see inside. I need to see the dialogue, bruh. Okay? I didn't get that. The exact clip of President Barbie is exactly what is exactly the same clip that was in the movie, and that's it. If there's other parts where President Barbie is there, it's when she is dancing and, sprinkled in towards the end with the other Barbies at parties. But, I just think that, where we're at in real life, in history, with what, having a first vice president that's a woman in America is a huge, huge accomplishment and change for the country. And I just kind of like wished for more. I'm not saying that Kamala Harris herself or Hillary Clinton or someone had to be there. Not at all. But it's just like this is kind of, and I don't want people to take it the wrong way because I'm telling you guys, I like the movie, okay? But I'm just telling you all things that stood out to me that either I would change, don't like, or didn't care for, okay? Before, there's good and there's bad to everything, right? And so once I saw that pattern where we're getting clips of different, characters of Ken and Barbie. We're not getting um, a lot. We're not getting a lot. To me, this is where I was contemplating the budget. Okay, no tea, no shade. This is where I felt to myself, did Greta spend 20 million or did she spend over 100 million as reported? Because there was a lot of times, especially with the short amount of time we got to see Barbie Land, where me personally, I felt that they could have spent more. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's financially responsible. I don't know in the Hollywood Hills if that's a good or a bad thing. But I'm telling you all, I would have loved if Greta spent more money. I don't, when it comes to iconic brands, iconic characters, iconic themes, I don't care about, a production or a director saving money. I don't care about that, respectfully. Respectfully. I would have loved if someone or somehow they could have got another 120 million or another 20 million or whatever. Okay, not gonna go crazy with it, but for them to really go more in depth with Barbie Land and the iconic um, buildings that we were shown little snippets of, spend money. You know what I'm saying? I would have preferred if you guys spent more money on showing me all the different types of Barbie places inside with other Barbies and Kens than the real world, aka reality, aka the beach in California. Like, who cares? No offense. Who cares? I did not care at all about Barbie going to the real world. So with that said, let's go into the plot. Okay, so the plot is basically Barbie is having an existential crisis and she's freaking out. You know what I'm saying? Like they show her at first getting up every single day. 1 second, y'all. Let me make sure this is loading properly. I have another camera over here. Let me just check, make sure it's actually showing everything the way I prefer it. 1 sec, y'all. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, so it's about Barbie beginning to think negative thoughts. She's feeling out of place. You know, her feet get flat, whatever. Okay, who cares? And then she goes to the weird Barbie's house, and the and the weird Barbie tells her. Now this was interesting. I wasn't expecting this plot. I wasn't expecting this. This is where weird Barbie tells Margot Robbie's Barbie that she has to go to the real world because some person in the real world is messing with her, or you know, is affecting her in Barbie land. Okay, so does that plot work for me? Am I impressed with the plot? I say it's okay. You know, I wasn't like over the moon. And before, okay, so before Barbie actually is on her journey to the real world and Ken sneaks in her car, because, you know, that I thought was a good touch was when Ken, right? Ken was not invited. Okay, that was good script writing, because that makes sense to me. Ken was more concerned about what other Kens thought of him. Barbie did not, we were not shown a discussion. See, this is what I'm talking about. When I talk about details, we were not shown a discussion between Ken and Barbie about going to the real world. Now, could they have made a scene where that happened? Of course, but that didn't happen. So somehow, some way, Ken knows about the plans. You know, they throw a goodbye party for Barbie. You know, best wish on your travel, bon voyage, ciao Bella, carpe diem to Barbie, and Ken sneaks in the car. Now that was cool to me, because I was like, okay, now I understand from the trailer why she's so freaked out. Obviously, ding, makes sense. He snuck in her car. Okay, great, cute. And then, but before that, before Ken snuck in her car, when I saw the scene of Barbie talking to the weird Barbie, I felt like with the Wizard of Oz kind of thing, they could have done more. Just my opinion, okay, guys, don't get mad at me. I just feel like they could have showed more graphics or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have showed her feet clicking, or, you know, I just was listen, like I said, I don't care about the budget. I don't care about the budget. If they wanted to paint the whole goddamn thing pink, I would have been fine with it. Like, spend the money, you know, spend the money to make the film as iconic as possible. Spend it all. And I just got the feelings a lot of time like they were not spending a lot of money. I didn't get that. I just, you know, and no tea, no shade, but I just did not get the vibe that they're spending a bungle of money to make this the highest level. There's this level, and then there's this level. You know what I'm saying? And I would have preferred them to go all out than, you know, one Barbie house we're seeing. One, you know, I want them to go at full force, not the script, the set design. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So when Kate McKinnon, sorry if I say her last name wrong, Kate, when Kate was showing, you know, the flat shoe versus the high heel, loved it, was cute. Okay, I like the close up. I like what it was giving me. I enjoyed it. Okay, but after that, I wanted more. I wanted more from Barbie going into the real world. They could have showed us some kind of swirl, some kind of portal. You know, Kate brought up the word portal. So when she said portal, I'm thinking we're going to see some sparkles. I'm thinking we're going to see some, feet clapping like Wizard of Oz. Didn't get that. Didn't get that. What we got is Barbie back in her car driving down the road and Ken popping his head out because he's nosy and telling Barbie that he's gonna go with her. Okay, what? Like, but I liked it. I liked that. I liked the Ken energy that Ryan Gosling was giving me. I appreciated his enthusiasm, but there was just things about the transition between, yeah, that's the right word. The transitions between going to Barbie land and going to the real world didn't do enough for me. I think they could have spent more money, got more creatives on the team, and went at it. Like, show me some glitter, man. Show me some portals. Show me some stuff. Like, show me something that makes me go, wow, like that is so cool. I was waiting for that and I didn't get that. It was just a transition of, like you saw in the trailer, of them on the bike and, like, on the winter skis, the winter mobile. Like, that did not do enough for me. If you're gonna show Barbie going into the real world, make it big, make it just in your face, and like Back to the Future, something like the Back to the Future I would have preferred, because Back to the Future has the car, the DeLorean, right? Is that how you say it? The DeLorean, whatever. And they count down. It's exciting. Barbie just so happened to have a pink car. Could they have taken a page, rip a page out of the Back to the Future book? I think so. I think so. Because now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that's probably what it was missing, was something like 5, 4, 3, see glitter, 2, 1, bam, you see Barbie flying. Like, we didn't get that. We didn't get that. So maybe it's just my creativity and like my mind, the way I would have done it, which I'm not, the production, but like the way that I'm envisioning spending and blowing a bag on a Barbie film, I'm gonna go all out. Forget the budget. I'm gonna go all out. So I could see where they did not put money. I'll put it that way. Now we get to the real world. Fast forward, we get to Mattel, the headquarters, Will Ferrell. All right, we see, some big names come out. A high school. We see scenes of the high school where the daughter of the mom that owned Barbie is at. And Barbie is looking around, and Barbie tells Ken, go do something. And of course, Ken is, Ken, like he said, I'm nothing without you. It's not Barbie, something like that. He said it's Barbie and Ken. Ryan's character kept saying it's not just, Barbie and this, it's Barbie and Ken, and I'm nothing without you. Okay. So here we have the attachment issues. Here we have the classic Barbie and Ken kind of analogy. It was cute. And so when they get into real world, it's now when Barbie tells Ken, go do something, like go look around. I don't know really why she said that, but I guess she was like, she's not into Ken. She doesn't really like Ken, so she's like, go do something. And now, of course, when Ken is looking around, he sees men in leadership, right? The construction site with the beach scene. The guy grabbing Barbie's butt or something of that nature, and they get arrested. Like, Ken, so now in the real world, Ken is exposed to the reality. So, AKA our reality, where men, as they say, men rule the world. Okay. Now, Barbie Land, women rule the world. So here we have the gender thing going on. Okay. It's not overwhelming. It's not like it's like too much. It's a movie. So for me, I was like, that's fine. I guess some people who didn't like the film, or didn't like that about it are like freaking out. But once again, it was tastefully done. It was tastefully done. The montage of Ken getting books about men ruling the world, and the dollar, there was a clip where Ken sees the stock market and the dollar signs, and all the dollar signs have men's faces on it, which is true. And that was smart. That stuck out to me, where, I'm assuming in Barbie land, the money either doesn't have a face or there could be no money. I'm not sure. But in the real world, there's money, there's currency, and all the currency has a man on it. That was smart. So that's what I'm talking about. That's the quality that I wanted. So when I saw that, I said, "Oh, that's smart. I like that." Let me note that. So, yeah, so basically for like 40 minutes, a good 40 minutes of the film, now is just Ken adapting, taking ideas from the real world. Now, this is a part that I was not expecting. There's a part where Ken says, I like this so much. I like how men are ruling everything in this, world that I'm in with Barbie. I like it a lot. He's like, I love what I'm seeing. I'm going to go back to Barbie land and take these ideas. Now that threw me for a curveball. I was like, go back. So the point I'm bringing up comes up again, where there's this constant ping pong, right? I'm going to call it ping pong. There's this ping pong energy going on where they're back and forth. Okay. Me personally, I didn't like it. I was like, okay, pick a side. That was my energy secretly, was like, pick a side. Pick a side. Are you going to, like what's going on? So it was so many times that they're traveling, different characters are traveling back and forth, that to me it was a little bit of like I'm trying to find the word to describe it without it being negative. It was like more of like a place filler, a filler, like trying to like use time, I think. I think they were trying to be different. I think that they were trying to be different, and I appreciate the effort. But once again, if you're gonna be in Barbie land, be in Barbie land. If you're gonna be in the real world, be in the real world. Like stick to it. And then, at the end, if you want to go to the real world, I'm fine with that. But the back and the forth was like, okay, I was just like, okay, like that's what they're doing with the plot. Okay. So Ken goes back by himself. The same Ken who said he couldn't be without Barbie gains this inner strength and goes back to Barbie land by himself. And somehow, America plays a mom, and there's another actress who plays her daughter. America works at Mattel, where Will Ferrell is a CEO of Mattel. And they showed stencils of America drawing Barbie as she looked then. So she was drawing Barbie and infusing her thoughts in her sketches of depression, of anxiety. So that's where Barbie was going wrong. They had a box of Barbies, and I guess there's some kind of connection between the box of Barbies, either kept or threw out, and her sketches. Is it a clear connection? Not really, but it makes sense to me. It makes sense. I'll go with it. So America catches on that there's something wrong, there's something off. So then after that, Barbie goes to the high school. Don't ask me how. Barbie ends up at the America's the mom's daughter's high school, and all the high school girls are just hating on Barbie. They're all in black. They're all wearing dark colors. Now, this is what I picked up on. I don't know if anybody else picked up on this, but I picked up on this. There was a lot of girls and guys, mainly girls, that they showed in the high school scenes where all the girls are not wearing bright colors. Okay. For some reason that stood out to me. No yellows, no pinks, no oranges. It's all like black and drab. And I love black, okay? But not like, you know, when I saw it with the high schoolers, I was like, wow, okay, so to me, the color pink and all the colors that Barbie was wearing represented happiness for me. It represented joy and hope. And to see all the girls not wearing any pink or orange or yellow or none of that was like, wow, that's really like real life. Like in real life, a lot of girls have turned away from common feminine colors and girly girl colors, and you know, more in the modern world they push more towards like the minimalist colors. And I guess for me that was just like a switch, like wow, you know, colors affect the mood. And so when they were showing the teenage girl not wearing anything that represented happiness, I kind of thought to myself, okay, I'm not going to be wearing a bunch of a dark color all the time anymore, because when you wear like brighter colors, you feel brighter. And for me, that was a connection that I made. You know, it didn't have to be that deep, but that's what it was giving to me. And I was like, wow, like look at the difference in the attitude and how the young girls are talking versus Barbie. Barbie is so optimistic, she's so happy, and all these girls dressed up as guys are miserable. And that's like the real world. You know, a lot of girls that are without feminine energy are very miserable. Let's be honest. They're very miserable. They're very you know, tiresome and lonesome, and you know, they're very negative. And so that kind of reminded me of all the people. No, I'm just joking, I'm joking. But you know, that was like a takeaway that I thought was very impressive. Was like, wow, okay, there's a mental connection between how colors make you feel. And that's what the film kind of like blossomed that idea in me, and it kind of inspired me to wear more happy colors, truth be told, which I know is kind of random, but like seeing that sea of the girls with nothing on their face, and you know, looking sad, and the little girl was so angry at her mom all the time, was like, wow, you know, that could have an effect on these young girls, and we need to kind of like, that's a good message. But I don't know if that's a message they're trying to push, but like that's a message that I got. So that kind of made me feel like, okay, I'm gonna wear more colors that are exciting, because that connection I made. So then fast forward, Barbie goes back to Barbie Land with America and her daughter. And what do you know? We get to Barbie Land and now it's Kendom. At some point, Barbie Land, yes, becomes Kendom, and Ken has taken over the Barbie houses, and his counterparts have now taken over all the Barbie houses. And now it's this Western theme of horses and beer and mini fridges, and the girls are all in like you know, I would say Hooters, you know, more conservative Hooters attire, you know, like cleaning maid, sexy maid outfits, which I thought was interesting. So Ken brought all these ideas of what happens in the real world to Barbie Land. Very smart. I enjoyed that part. I will say that when it comes to Ken, I really enjoyed seeing the difference in how the houses looked. Once again, for me, staying in Barbie Land is where it's at. Every time, you know, the film goes to the real world, I'm like, okay, you know, when are we gonna go back to Barbie Land? Because Barbie Land is more interesting. So when we got back to Barbie Land, I was really craving that. I was really happy to see that. So then obviously, you know, Ken is showing his bad boy side, and this is where Ryan Gosling begins to sing and dance, and the other Kens are singing and dancing. And it's cool, you know, it's definitely very, very cool. So I appreciated that. And I guess that from those dance numbers, well, musical numbers, people are saying that Ryan Gosling is going to be nominated for Best Actor. Now, the film for me felt so quick. I don't know how an hour and over 30-minute movie can feel quick to somebody, but I can't explain it any other way. The movie felt so quick to me. to the point where as all these different characters are coming in and out, in and out, and there's also something I left out with Mattel where Barbie finds a door and there's an old lady there, which is the lady, the founder of Barbie, which I already knew. Okay, I was not expecting that to be the ending of the owner of Barbie recreated at the end. I kind of already assumed that, which is funny. Like, I didn't look at any spoilers, but I actually assumed that they were going to do that. And when I saw them do that, I was like, oh, okay, well, I already thought that. So I was not really caught off guard at all. I didn't cry. What is there to cry about? Like, I mean, people that cried, I mean, maybe they were just kind of like, super excited and they felt touched and great. But for me, I did not cry. Yeah, there was times where I was a little emotional with, them showing the flashbacks of America or the mom and the daughter, dynamic. Yeah, of course I was emotional, but it wasn't something extreme to the point where I'm gonna cry, you know. It's not giving me the Titanic. Titanic is sad. The Titanic, I'm gonna cry buckets of tears. I'm not gonna cry for this film. I just, there was nothing in me that was like, okay, I'm gonna cry now. Oh my god, oh my god. Like, no. Like, I was not getting that. So then somehow the CEO Will Ferrell and they're all men. So there was a little of the more gender dynamic where the whole table is men that are Mattel that have created Barbie and trying to get Barbie back in the box, which is typical. And they follow Barbie into Barbie Land again. So we're seeing all these characters in and out. So you kind of have to like keep up, which wasn't a problem for me. It just was not something that I was expecting to happen so many times. So then Will Ferrell had more screen time. Now we're seeing more of the other characters that are from the real world into Barbie Land. So the CEO comes into Barbie Land, and I guess Ken has like a little breakdown. Ken has a breakdown, and I guess Barbie tries to convince him that she likes him, and it's all a scheme. Weird Barbie, regular Barbie, President Barbie, America, all of them, and Alan, I believe it's his name, Alan, the Barbie Alan, they all come up with this really, really cool scheme against the Kens because they had a voting day coming up. So the whole thing was about the Barbies basically convincing the Kens to fight against themselves versus against the Barbies. I liked it, okay? That part where they show the Barbies teaching other Barbies how to, I guess, scheme or play upon the emotion of the Kens or whatever was cute, but I didn't see that as something that would be turned into a talking point. Like, I didn't see how any of those things could be turned into, a feminist film. Like, I wasn't getting that, like that's kind of typical, like girls and guys that like each other, that have crushes on each other, play games, like girls and guys, even from like when kids are young, in school, when a guy has a crush on a girl, he acts like he doesn't like her. So is that like, hating women or young girl? No, like that's just kind of human nature. Like, girls and guys play games, so in the Barbie Land, the Barbies, and that's where you see all the pink jumpsuits. That's where it comes from. So you see the pictures of all the pink jumpsuits. That's where it comes from. So then you see all the pink Barbies, one by one, take the other Barbies who are not aware of what's happening and teaching them how to, basically how to try to make the Kens turn against each other. So in time, when it comes to voting, the Kens will be so distracted that they won't vote, and the Barbies will vote. So once again, very smart, you know, something that I was not expecting, something that is very different. You know, it's a Barbie film, so you're not expecting them to get like into intellect and intelligence because they're plastic and they're pink. But somehow, some way, I think obviously probably because of the script, it was done in a way where the Barbies now are taking back their Barbie power and the Kens are basically giving up. So towards the end, we basically see Ken and Barbie make up, you know. Um, Ken and Barbie make up and they're crying with each other. So even the ending of the movie, I just don't see how anybody can be mad about it. Like the narrator is saying over Barbie and Ken, now the Kens, that the narrator says in the towards at the end of the film, now the Kens will be equal to the Barbies. Now, how is that feminist? I'm not understanding. So do you want Barbies, aka women, to be way low and men are here and women? I'm not understanding. Like that's just equal rights. I wouldn't even call feminist. I wouldn't even call it none of that. Like it's just that's just equality. So um but keep in mind, you know, this is Barbie land. So then we see, you know, Kinsley played another one of Ken's best friends with Issa, and Issa is the president of Barbie, right? So now we see one of other Ken's best friends talking to Issa, the president of Barbie, and says, "Can we get a seat at the Supreme Court?" Now, as we all know, in the real world, um, for you know the way that the real world is, you know, women are not really having value power where it counts. You know what I'm saying? It's designed, and America's dialogue to Barbie when Barbie's crying about not being pretty anymore. America's dialogue to Barbie is like, you know, we're not enough. You know, we never feel enough. We never feel like we're good enough. And that whole monologue of from America was spot on. And I'm pretty sure that Greta Gerwig wrote it. Like it sounded very pretty and flamboyant in speech, you know, lots of big words, very nice, very eloquent, very classy. So yes, America's monologue that the whole social media was going crazy over that I finally saw. Yes, it was great. You know, it was great. So the movie basically ends with Ken and Barbie, you know, making up, but you know, Barbie, you know, obviously admits that she's not into Ken. You know, she does say that she's not into Ken like that. And I guess somehow, some way, Ken is okay with it. And they show this cute little sweater where it says, um, I'm enough or Kenergy enough, something like that of sorts. And it's basically saying like, you know, Barbie was encouraging Ken to be by himself, to find himself, which is very healthy. And if you want to compare Barbie and Ken to like women and men in real life, that's very healthy. You know, that's actually encouraging men to have their own identity besides, you know, being with a woman or trying to impress women. Like, you know, if they like women, you know, that is it's a healthy message. All the messages are very healthy to me, at least. So it kind of closes, Barbie Land kind of comes to a close with Barbie admitting how she really feels, and President Barbie giving the Kens of the world some circuit court seats and whatever. And then um, behind the CEO, the crowd parts, and there's a lady that created Barbie again, the you know, the lady, and she walks out. And I guess Barbie makes a decision to go back. Okay. So the end, so once again, there's a lot of complexity. A lot of parts in this film threw me for a loop. A loop. So the ending was exactly what I already thought was going to happen. And so just seeing it happen, like not her going to the real world, but like her having this deep dialogue with the creator, the lady who plays the creator of Barbie, I think was very interesting, you know, very, very interesting. I don't know if it's like the real lady's daughter in real life, the founder of Barbie. I don't know like the whole in-depth to it, but I wouldn't be surprised. But basically it's just representing like the founders, you know, and they go to the white room, which I'm guessing represents like heaven or some kind of portal or some kind of in-between place. Well, it's like the white room basically. And they're talking, and that's where the emotional stuff kicks in, where the creator of Barbie is saying to Barbie, like, you know, we don't live forever. You know, humans only have one way out. You know, we die. And are you prepared to take that journey? Are you okay with not, you know, with knowing that it's gonna end? So, you know, how did I feel about that? Um, you know, like a lot of things in this film, I just bared with it, you know. I grinned and bared. I kind of put up with it and thought it was cute. You know, I didn't have any particular feelings about it being right or wrong, good or bad. It was just more of a thing of like, okay, that's where it is. That's where the script is going. That's where the character development is going. So now Barbie is she decides to go to the real world. So once again, there's this constant back and forth, which for me just didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have preferred to show what you want to show in Barbie land. And then the second half or third or fourth quarter of the film, show the real world. Show Barbie going to the real world. That's how I would have done it. I would have preferred them to just for 70 so here's the real deal. For 70% of the film, I would have preferred them to be in Barbie land. Barbie world, Barbie land. Stay there. Don't move. And then the very end, real world. Because why? If they spent 70% of the film in Barbie land, we would have got to explore Barbie land, which we didn't. We got to see one girls' night dance party, which love that, want more of that. The beach, we saw the Barbie beach a ton of times. And instead of the Barbie beach, they could have showed us somewhere else in the Barbie land. You know what I'm saying? These are things I was thinking of. Like, instead of showing me the Barbie beach 6 times, show me somewhere else in Barbie land. So that's why I'm saying, like, that's where the money could have went. And that's what I kept thinking. That's what I thought towards the end was, okay, instead of all that beach stuff, show me other parts of where they're in Barbie land and having dialogue and having, if you want to bring up, you know, feminist stuff I guess to a degree, whatever, then put it in different places, make it interesting. You know, I wouldn't use the word feminist with that. I would use the word just girly stuff, you know, girls, Barbies. And then after that, we see Barbie in the real world. And what is she wearing? Brown, light brown or beige, you know, white shirt, jeans, light jeans. Her hair is back. You know, I noticed that. Okay, her whole outfit changed to like our reality, right? And then she's walking into, I guess she walked into a gynecologist's office. And that's how the film ended. Can you believe that? The film ended with Barbie at a gynecologist. I hope I said that right. A gynecologist's office. Now, for me, what does that do for me? You know what I'm saying? That like a lot of things for me. Like, okay, so with that said, that kind of makes me think of when after Ken, because I couldn't get through all the I tried to do as much details as I could, and I hope you guys appreciate it. I couldn't tell you guys the whole movie, but I'm trying to tell you the bulk of my reaction and what I'm seeing. Ken, you know, he couldn't, he bumped into the wave, and when they took him out on a stretcher, the stretcher was pink, and that's in the trailer as well, where Barbie's next to him with the Barbie doctors. You know, that was cute. The set was red and pink. See, that's what I want to see. I wanted to see more of, you know, Barbie hospital, Barbie pink house, pink White House, Barbie. You know, they could have done so much more that I think would have really brought home, if they want to talk about awards, that Oscar for, you know, set design and costuming. They could have taken it so much farther than what they did. I appreciated the effort though. I appreciated it. So that's how it ended. It ended with Barbie smiling bright as ever, bushy tail, bright-eyed, with a gynecologist. Now, one of the people in my group that was next to me was like, huh? And I was like, I don't know. I just went with it. Okay. So my honest and I don't like to do ratings on, you know, especially films that have, like, you know, are supposed to have the woman as the main character, because we don't get much of that, you know what I'm saying, in this way, in this light. So I just think the courage alone to make the film is making me, if I had to rate it, making me rate it very nicely. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to be petty, see, I don't do 5 out of 5 ratings. I don't do 5 out of 5 ratings. So I only do 10 out of 10, right? So if I was petty and wanted to be really, really harsh, I would say 5 out of 10. But if I'm being general and nice about and true to my heart in what the film means and how hard it must have been for Margot and Greta to get this thing cleared by, I hope I say it right, Mattel. If I said it wrong, I apologize, y'all. I'm sorry, it's late. You know, I would give it, because there's so much that I think will stand the test of time. You know, America's monologue, you know, the costumes, man, like that is just giving me everything. And there was a lot of scenes where there's like a lot of Barbie cars that were all decked out in pink. And then when Ken turned into the bad guy, he had a car with flames and it was silver, metallic. I mean, they did such a good job. And because they did such a good job with the details, that's what I wanted. I didn't care for the segue up and down of America and the teenage brat and, you know, the scenes with the older lady. Like, it's cute. It's cute, right? But can we focus on Ken and Barbie? I would have really preferred for them to stick to Ken and Barbie versus Ken, Barbie, America, the mom, the daughter, and CEO Mattel, right? That's about 5 to 7, if not 8 plots and storylines in one film. So now I understand. That's what I understand, to be fair. I understand when people say that there was too much going on, they got lost. That's where it's coming from. Okay, and I really hope you all appreciate this breakdown, because this is a full-on breakdown of the movie. Okay, this is not no cheap 3-minute review. This is me telling y'all like what you're gonna see if you want to see a spoiler review, obviously, and you know what it was. Okay, so just for the courage and the beautiful colors and how much I love Barbie Land, I would give it an 8.9 or 9 out of 10. But I want to give you guys a a final rating. So what's it gonna be? I'm gonna say 8.9 out of 10. It's 1 point off from 9 out of 10. Overall, my final rating is 8.9 out of 10. Yes, because I want to see more. And I hope that they take what people are saying, the consensus, and if they can make a sequel and give us something different, I would appreciate it. You know, get off the whole gender thing, get off the whole Ken gone bad thing. Let's just like make it a cutesy wootsy film. Can we have a plot in a Barbie film that is just fun, full out, full blast, without the Ken drama? Is it possible? I don't know. Because obviously most films have a protagonist and an antagonist, you know? So, but do all films have to have a lot of enemies? Not necessarily. I mean, this Barbie film had more than one enemy. You know, I'm saying it had the society, it had the CEO, it had Ken, it had, you know, at times it had a lot of, Barbie had a lot of enemies. But I'm saying if they're going to do a sequel, can we eliminate those enemies? Can we take some of those enemies away and just make it more of a fun, cute film and really explore the set design a little deeper and the costume? And because let me tell you, Hollywood is Hollywood. You know, if they do a sequel, I can and not with Ken necessarily, okay? But if they do a sequel, I could see how at some point this could be so big where what if they have like a Barbie live action movie museum where they have all of the live action Barbie costumes. And you know, I saw someone say that it could be like a, you know, I saw, not on a review video that I watched, I saw somebody say on a trailer video in the comments that Universal Studios, which I love, Islands of Adventures, Universal Studios, especially here in Florida, I love the theme parks. I loved going to theme parks. And I saw someone say that it'd be a missed opportunity if they don't take Barbie into a theme park phenomena. Genius, genius. I didn't see many people catch on to that, but this one lady, I'm assuming it's a lady, posted and said, you know, this should be like in a theme park. So Greta Gerwig, please, you know, get a general consensus, and the positive ones, get the feedback that people are giving you, because my God, you know, Harry Potter, and I'm not saying that Harry Potter is going to be as big as Barbie at all. I don't know. We don't know. This is opening weekend. We don't know if it's we don't know if it's grossed over 400 million, even 200 million. We don't even know what's going to gross yet, but it's already hit over 150 million. Can it go past that? Of course it can. How high? Don't know. But it's ideas like that is what I'm talking about. And when you have ideas about a theme park, or, I mean, is it a far-fetched idea? I think so. You know, I can't really see there, in order for any theme park or anything like that to come about from Barbie, they would have to do a lot more films, you know, a lot more interaction. Like, this is just one of one original. You know, we don't have 2 or 3 films like Shrek or any other animation or any kind of live action trilogy out here. You know, Harry Potter became so big and so well loved, but it's also a book. Remember, it wasn't a toy, it was a book. And J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter, and it became so big, it's such a cultural shift and phenomena, but that Universal in select, you know, places took up Harry Potter into their actual theme park, made butterbeer, made gift shops. And I saw, and that had at least 1,000 likes on it. That one comment I saw, thank God I saw it, because when I looked back at that, and I'm looking back at that comment now as I'm live talking to you all, that comment is gold. But I'm telling you right now, there's no way that Barbie is going to be on that level unless it does beyond smashing. Barbie has to hit 1 billion. I'm sorry, Barbie has to hit over 500 million to $1 billion for any mega, like Disney, Universal, like what, like that is so far out. It's a beautiful idea. Where would they put Barbie World or Barbie Land in a theme park, or what theme park would it be? I have no idea. You know, I mean, what theme parks? You know, I'm not talking about a local theme park. I'm talking about the theme parks that all the tourists go to, and people fly in from other countries to go to, you know, Mario Land in Asia, or Mario Kart Land, or whatever they call it over there. But they have the, you know, the Mario World in Asia. I think in Hollywood, California, they're beginning to have Mario Kart themed stuff over there too, just like Toy Story, similar thing. But I'm just, you know, and so it's comments like that that let me know that I don't think that I'm thinking too far off either. Because see, if people can agree with that in mass and say this should be in a theme park, I did not even say that. I'm telling you all that I'm giving it 8.9 out of 10. And even I'm not saying that I think it's gonna be so big or could be so big that it's gonna be in a theme park. Like that's a lot. You know, Harry Potter status is high as the heavens. High as hell. You got to be hell, you got to shift culture completely. You've got to sell out whatever you're selling. Now, Barbie is not based on a book. You know, nobody has wrote an actual Barbie book that's, you know, fling off the shelf. I mean, so I don't know how that would work, but there is people out here, especially women, I will say, there's people out here who are thinking far off of Barbie, man. I'm telling you. And that's why I could tell you confidently that Back to the Future and Wizard of Oz and Cat in the Hat and all this, like, they could have taken it farther. I'm telling you. But the thing is, if they can get, I'm not gonna set the bar low for the business aspect. For the movie, my expectations were low. I kept it low on purpose. Some people had high expectations, very high expectations, and that's why they were disappointed. Regardless of all the marketing, all the, you know, Burger King having burgers and donuts and shakes, and all these, you know, restaurants in California have, you know, pink sauce on their burgers and all this marketing stuff, I was not impressed by that. I kept it very real. I said, I don't care how many restaurants have Barbie on it. I don't care. My expectations for this film is going to remain low so I can enjoy the film. And I'm glad that I did that. I'm glad that I didn't, you know, want everything to be perfect, or my rating would be a lot lower, really low, actually. So that just shows me that people, especially girls and women, and, you know, not girls, I would say teenage, young adult, and woman, okay, adult woman, can see something with Barbie. You know, they can see something with Barbie, but is it Harry Potter status? Is it $1 billion status? Can this film hit 500 million? Little Mermaid, as far as I know, I think Little Mermaid with is it Chloe or is it Haley Bailey? Haley Bailey, the Bailey sisters. Well, she supported her sister as as Ariel with the Disney live action. Little Mermaid, I believe, made 450 million so far. If I'm not mistaken, I think Little Mermaid, the live action Little Mermaid by Disney is big, did 450. But here's the thing. The Little Mermaid is Disney. It's Disney origin, and the Little Mermaid is already in the theme park. But Barbie is not. Barbie doesn't have a home for the theme parks. Barbie doesn't have a home like that. The only home that Barbie really has in real life is on the shelf. The Barbie dolls. So how do you take the Barbie doll on the shelf to Harry Potter status, where there's rides off of based upon Barbie? There's, I mean, how are they going to get there? And do they want to get there? I don't think that Greta Gerwig could have imagined that. Maybe in her wildest dreams, you know, because I saw her interview and Greta Gerwig said that you know, they were pressuring her to ask her about a Ken sequel, you know, a Ken spinoff, a Ken, you know, Kenergy spinoff, and she said that she's just trying to get through the first film, and that was very wise of her to say, because you cannot go off the deep end and fantasize about a sequel and all this big stuff, this grandiose stuff, if the first film doesn't do well. So there's a lot of pressure with the business perspective. In order for Barbie to be international to the point where they get a slot in a theme park or something like that, they gotta be big. They gotta be huge. Because Shrek did it. Shrek did it. Harry Potter did it. What else? Little Mermaid did it. Jimmy Neutron, the cartoon, the animation cartoon, Jimmy Neutron, had one, I think 1 or 2 films. They did it. What else? Cat in the Hat. Cat in the Hat is Dr. Seuss. That's classic though. That's everybody has Dr. Seuss. You know, group with Dr. Seuss. So what I'm saying is, how can you make Barbie by itself is already iconic. Barbie as a Barbie doll, a toy, is already iconic. But what I'm saying is, now that it's live action, how can you get to the point where it's on the same level as Harry Potter? And the only reason why I keep saying Harry Potter is because Harry Potter was a series, was more than a trilogy, had packets of film. Now, Shrek has like 3 or 4, now I think 5 films. I think 5 is pushing it. I think Shrek has at least 4 films, right? At least 4 or 3. Yeah. Shrek has at least 3 films. And Shrek was in the Universal theme parks. And now they have, if I believe, the Universal parks have the DreamWorld's live action, which takes after, I think, DreamWorks. Not Pixar, as far as I know. I think Pixar is Disney, but DreamWorks is Universal based, something like that. Okay, y'all correct me in the comments. Okay, I don't know, but I know that it's with Kung Fu Panda and Shrek. But they've had to get to a certain, what do you call it? Break the glass ceiling, you know, break through the dome, break through, you know, shatter that glass ceiling. I don't know. And the only reason why I'm talking about it is because it's genius. Can you imagine if a theme park has Barbie in it? And it's good. It's not just like boring, like it's actually incredible. I don't know. To me, the golden standard, in order to make it in merchandise, commercial, movies, Harry Potter all the way. That is the golden ticket, golden standard, is Harry Potter. If you want to have something from a book or a toy turned into live action, multiple films, the same actors on multiple films, then theme park, you know, grand openings, you've got to get the profit. Isn't Warner Bros. This is smart. Isn't Warner Bros. Tied in with Harry Potter? I believe it is. But you've literally got to break that glass ceiling in order to have that kind of iconic legacy. You've got to stand the test of time. And so I know that Greta Gerwig is not thinking that big, but let me tell you, maybe y'all didn't see it, but I saw it. I saw people talking about Barbie being in a theme park. And maybe for people that hate the film, they're going to be like, that's never going to happen, ha ha ha. But let me tell you, there are some people out here who are concocting ideas, and I'm one of them. And I'm telling you, this could be special. If they just if they could have turned up the movie a couple more notches on the effects and put more money into this, I'm telling you, you could have had a film as iconic as Back to the Future, if not Harry Potter. Because look at the turnout. When Harry Potter and Twilight was released, everybody dressed up. Even the newest Spider-Man film. All the high school, all the kids, You know, were dressed as Spider-Man. When you have that kind of following, you can go far. And I'm telling you, everywhere I went, there was a woman in pink and having dialogue about going to see Barbie. I'm telling you, mark this video right here, y'all. I'm telling you, I don't know if anybody on YouTube's gonna go in as in depth and in detail as I am right now, but this could be a prediction for the ages. Mark my words. But I'm sorry to say it, they have to break that glass ceiling. And I don't know, I'm sorry to say it, I don't know if this original Barbie film can do that. Because if this film can't break $1 billion or even 500 million, how can people fantasize about being in a theme park, let alone a trilogy? I don't see it. I don't see it. If this movie, I mean, I'm not by no means, okay? And we're almost done here, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning. If you watch the whole thing with me, you rock, okay? Barbie stars for you. Because this video right here can stand a test of time, I'm telling you. Everything I'm saying everything right now, so in the future, if anything, I said it. I told y'all. I told y'all. So listen. I am by no means saying that the standard is $1 billion. My standard for this film is not $1 billion. It's not even close to $1 billion. You know, I think that my idea of what the film could do would be between 200, 300 million. If I'm being honest with you, like overall, that's how much I think the film can do. But what I'm saying is, if you want to go into the big leagues and make multiple films, and then people are talking about a theme park and all this stuff, and maybe making their own Barbie theme park, who the hell knows, you're gonna have to hit $1 billion or close to $1 billion. End of story. And maybe if you have a lot of backing, maybe you don't have to hit $1 billion, but you have to hit 500 million. Okay, if you're not going to hit $1 billion to get into the big leagues, Greta, if that's what they're going to try to push you into, because they're going to try to push you into it. If this film does really well, Greta Gerwig, they're going to be calling you, ring a ring, to do a lot more stuff with Barbie. So I hope that whole Narnia thing, she got playing with Netflix, scrap that. Real talk. If you can, because what if it does so well that she needs to make space for a trilogy? I'm just saying, because who cares about Narnia? Like, no offense, who the hell cares about Narnia? I don't. And if you care about Narnia out here, I apologize, but I don't care about Narnia. Narnia versus Barbie, I'm going with Barbie over Narnia any day of the week. Okay, so the target, if I want to be a realist, I want to be harsh, and I want to talk logistics and business and figures with y'all, with this film right here to end this video, they got to hit 500 million to get the buzz solidified, in my opinion. Because if you push over 400 million, if you push over 400 million, they're going to take you seriously. And there could be a lot more discussion about where Barbie can do, what Barbie can go, you know, the movie I'm saying. And then the movie would turn into products and gifts and all that. I mean, like E.T. compared to what the young kids would say now was like ancient, you know, like an old movie. But it's really not that old, you know. There's some classics out here like Back to the Future, E.T. This is all Universal Studios, you know, and they still remain. And that's the kind of iconic energy that I want to see. I'm not saying I want to see it from Barbie necessarily, but I want to see somebody new, something new, stand the test of time. That's what I want to see. So I'll leave you all with that note. Thank you for watching. This is my full, reaction, spoiler review. I think it's more than a spoiler review. I think this is like one of the best videos I've ever done. No script, guys. This is all top off the head, off the dome, top of my head, and just talking with y'all passionately about what I think and what I've seen. And I hope you all that do go to see it, I hope you like it. If you don't end up liking it, tough luck, find things to like about it. But yeah, my final rating is an 8.9 out of 10. You know, 1 point off from 9 out of 10. I think that's more than good enough for a Barbie film. All right, well, I love you guys. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic.